This is the latest excerpt from Pastor Ron Bayron of Undeserved Favor Ministry.
We'll be talking about confession. No? We have been talking about in the past 2 or 3 Sundays about the new covenant. And we have seen, as God revealed to us the truth, that in the new covenant, God has already actually paid everything for us through Jesus Christ. It's a done deal. So, if God has, through Jesus Christ, He has paid everything, what's your part? What's our part? Nothing. In the new covenant, God said, I will. In contrast to the old covenant, God said, you must do this, you must not do this. No. The Old Testament demands of our obedience. In the new covenant, God supplies everything. He promised to do everything for us. So that's the biggest difference of the covenants, old and new. And especially last Sunday, we emphasized that even today, in the present, people who have been born in the new covenant are still trying to live in the old covenant. People are still trying to obey God's laws. Well, nothing wrong with wanting to obey God's laws, but if you believe your blessing is dependent on your obedience, then you are in for a frustration because you know you cannot obey. And God is perfection. When He says obey, He's not saying obey 99% of His commandments. He means 100%. That's why Jesus, when Jesus came, He said, you Pharisees, kamu mga teachers of the law, mga pari, during the time, the priests of the Jews. He said, you make the commandments, the laws of God, like something that you can achieve at your level. In other words, Jesus was saying, you're putting down the very essence and value of the law. The law is a perfect law of God. And you're making it like it's just something that man can achieve. Less of its perfection. So muna ingat, you tell people, thou shalt not commit adultery. And you explain it in such a way that committing adultery is about physical involvement or engagement. Then Jesus said, even in your mind, just a thought of a woman with lust is already committing adultery. That's the pristine, that's the highest level of God's perfect law. In other words, mona ang gusto sa Ginoo nga atong i-obey. Not just physical, to do it physically, but not even to do it in our mind, in our thoughts. That's so hard. If you kill someone, you have committed murder. Jesus said, if you have just thought of being angry with someone without cause, you have committed murder. And wow! I mean, kisa sa ato, dili ko masuko. Even bata mag-away. O, di ba? So bata pa lang, na, murderous na. Imagine. Who could survive? Who could stand before God's judgment if you continue to live under the old covenant? So thanks be to God. God is so gracious. Love kita sa Ginoo, no? God was observing all of us, and He said, these people cannot be blessed. I want to bless them. I love them so much. They can't be blessed because they tried to obey. They wanted to obey. There's nothing wrong. But they cannot obey. And I cannot bless them if they can't obey. So God decided with His Son, okay, let's resolve this matter. Let's put a stop to this old covenant and make a new covenant.
You have just listened to a preview by Pastor Ron Bayron of Undeserved Favor Ministry. Watch out for the full audio soon on our YouTube channel.